everyone, it's Kerry Engel here with Creative Scrapbooker magazine and another Technique Taster. Today I'm all about Elizabeth Craft's design and the Planner Essential line. So this is my newest planner. I'm digging this olive green with the gold. This is going to be my third planner. I started doing this January of 2020 and have been using it to document primarily life in quarantine, hey? But I have enjoyed it. I love how I can get, like on this layout, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different photos on this 2-page spread. I've got room for journaling. And I love how I can use their dies to just create such unique elements that are just me. I love creating my own elements, and I think that's what attracts me to this system the most. She has a ton of dies, and the star of it all for me is their double-sided adhesive. I use this and I'll show you how to create these elements that stick to your page, that allow you to create interactive elements that don't fall apart, that stay together, and help make your memories last longer, and also create some things that are just darn fun and so unique. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I put this all together. To create my page bases, I'm using some of the pattern cardstock, and I'm using the wood or the worn wood collection. It has some really gorgeous neutral wood papers that are sturdy enough actually that you could, once I cut it out, and I'm going to use 2 different page dies to cut mine out, but once you cut them out, they are sturdy enough that you could use the front and the back in your planner, so you don't have to adhere another sheet to it if you don't want to. I think it's sturdy enough that it will withhold page turning within your planner. And I'm going to be using these 2 dies to cut my pages out. I have cut a pocket out of some corresponding paper from the worn wood collection. And what I'm going to do is show you how simple it is to attach. After you cut it out, there are some corners that easily fold. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach it really simply to the bottom of this page, and it makes a really great pocket where you can store extra photos in your page. I'm going to use the Elizabeth Crafts design. So this tape, double-sided tape, comes in several different sizes. This is a perfect size for attaching these pockets, and I'll show you how I do that. And here you have it. I've made a pocket. So I've got my pocket, and I'm going to be able to store extra pictures in here. I'm going to put some photos on my layout as well. And what I'm going to do is now make a bunch of embellishments. And this is, I think, my favorite part of Elizabeth Crafts, the planner lines and their art journal lines, is that I love making my own embellishments. I'm going to use a variety of Ranger Oxide inks, and soft finish cardstock comes in 12 by 12. It also comes in, you know, the smaller 8.5 by 11 size sheets as well, and it has a really beautiful finish that works so nicely with the Oxide inks. I don't know about you, but I could blend Oxide inks all day and just get mesmerized by it. I'm going to start in one corner and just, you know, fill most of this page. I'm going to start, and you can just see how this paper just picks up the ink so beautifully. So here you can see I've created this piece of paper out of the Oxide ink that will now give me all sorts of choices for some accent colors to use on my spread. I want to take one of these background dies. This is a bunch of numbers, and I want to cut it out roughly that shape, and then I'm going to back the piece with the double-sided adhesive, and you can see this is a really nice wide roll. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure when I stick this down on this cardstock, it's not going anywhere, and all the little pieces are going to stick, and you're not going to have to worry about anything coming off your page. So I run it through the die cut machine and it pops out nicely. Because these are oxide inks, I do like to give it a little spray just to change the color up. You know how they get when you add a little water. So we'll let that dry. One of the things that I can do is, if I'm only going to have that part showing, I can cut out some of these numbers and put them somewhere else, right? And what I'm going to do next is simply remove the background. And it's nice and sticky. Try to. Is some subtle texture and layers. Right? I didn't go for a really bold color back here. I'm just creating some texture and depth and using subtle colors. I think my favorite thing to do with these planners is add reinforcements, and I have quite a few different ones and there are a lot available, so you can kind of choose one that matches your theme. There are flowers, there are things that look like washers and bolts. They come in different sizes. With the washers, it's really important to put the adhesive on first. So I'm going to cut out the strip and then add the adhesive to the back of it and then run it through the die cut machine. So I run this through the die cut machine. We have the sticky background, backing on the back, and it's a double-sided adhesive. So all we do is remove it and stick it to our page. Need some fingernails, so I don't have any today. Inside my pocket here, I want to put a bunch of extra photos, and I want to be able to pull them out quickly. So I'm going to use one of the dies to create these little tabs. And it's really simple. Once again, I took my paper that I handmade, and I applied the tape to the back, and you die cut it out, and you get this really cute little clip. And all you do is take off the backing, right? And you can see it's going to be sticky on both sides. So I'm going to take one of my photos, and I'm going to have them sort of line up. So I'm going to put this one just over from that one. So we'll put it here in the middle. Cover some of Craig's face there. And then what we do is fold it over on itself. And it's going to stick. And now I'm going to have all these little photos inside here that I can pull out. So I've got 3 photos that I want to put in. So I'm going to use this tab on 3 different photos. Okay, my finishing details. I did my title using the paper that I colored with my Ranger Oxide inks. I put the double-sided adhesive on it, and used some of the Elizabeth Craft Design letter dies to cut out my title. Because the double-sided adhesive is on there, it's nice and sticky, so they're going to stay really well. I had added a little depth using a scrap piece of black corrugated cardboard that I had. You could use regular, take a cardboard box, rip it up, paint it if you want, but I just like the depth that the corrugated cardboard adds to this layout. Use the tape to adhere it all down. Cut out my camera using a die from my hand inked papers. I took these photos that I'm going to add into my pocket here, and I had added this little tag on the back. I used the same die to cut out a backing for each photo, and I have stamped it with some of the Elizabeth Craft Design stamps, and these are going to go, that's where my journaling is going to go, and these tuck really nicely in here. And I'm going to use my zebra pen to my Sarasa zebra pen. I like this color to do my journaling on here, and I love that it comes in these fun colors, that the gel pen colors. So this was Canada Day, and that was 2021. What I did was I did take some of the Distress Oxide and I inked around the edges just to give it a little bit of definition around the edges, so very subtle. So there you have it, my 2-page spread, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and watch for more videos from Creative Scrapbooker magazine.